Hello and welcome to my channel, the third channel I have. This is a very new channel and a new subject for me. I recently started metal detecting about 14 days ago. And I thought, well, why not make a video showing what I have found this far? I'm about halfway done with the first field I'm going through, and I thought I would show some things. I have only a small handful of things that I think is cool, and a bunch that I have no idea what is, and then half a bucket full of scrap, but that's what you have to expect. So I think I'll start with the things I think is actually pretty cool. So this was the first thing I dug up from my backyard. A couple of these things are from my backyard as well. This is what I found out there. It's a rather cheap watch. Quartz, I think it was. So it's not really worth anything, and it's broken as well. But I thought it was funny to find that. And that was the only of these couple of things that I found in my backyard. This I am not fully sure, but I think it might be from an old teaspoon, sugar spoon or something. But that's just a guess, but I think it is. I found this, and in the start I had no idea what this was. And I have removed a lot of dirt from here. This is actually an old bicycle bell. That's a little bit funny. This is pretty much scrap. But the fun thing is, it's the steel cap from some safety shoes. One of the first tips I learned were don't use shoes with a steel cap because the metal detector will find it as a signal. This was the third thing I dug up from the ground. So I just think it is a little bit funny. Now it's a little bit more cooler. Tin soldier. Most of it. It is missing his head and feet. But I think you should be able to make out the details on this. Anyway, I can see an arm right there. The belt going over there and an arm there. It's either a spade or a sword or something. Sadly, he's missing his head and feet, but well, can't do anything there. I searched for both head and feet, but I couldn't find them. And the only coin I have found this far is a 1 skilling Danish royal coin from 1771, made in Christian VII time. I have checked up on these, and there were made 55 millions of these, and I think it was the second most produced coin in Denmark. If it is only from that time or ever, I don't know, but it is one of the most produced coins, so there is a lot of these around, and I've only found this only coin, but I've been told that these are found quite regularly. They were made 3 different places, and I've been told that one of them is worth something. There is made a couple of different ones, and one of them is worth something, but not this one. This is pretty much worthless. one of them were made here in Denmark, in Copenhagen, and I don't remember the other two places, but that was, I think none of those two were in Denmark. I've been told, by the way, the one that are worth something is one that are specially made for another part of Denmark, but I don't remember which part. Anyway, that's the two coolest things for me. I like those two, the tin soldier and the coin. That's awesome, but these things are the funniest or coolest things I've found this far, in my mind. Then I have a bunch here I want to show because I have no idea what it is. I might have a small guess, but I'm not sure about it. And I don't know about everybody else, but I don't like throwing it away unless I have an idea or know what it is. But it can be hard to tell because I haven't cleaned it up that much. Only removed the dirt with a very fine brush. But let's take a look here. Let's start with, whoops. This is just a piece of metal, but it's square. And I have no idea what this is. It is found on a field that have been around for a long time. Now there is horses there, but it have been used for other things as well. I've been told how it was used actually back in the, I think it was in the 1800s. It was used to dig up clay because there is a lot of clay in that ground, so it's very hard to dig in. But that's the first one. I have no idea what that is. And the same for these two pieces here. Yeah, they can be bent from, and right now horses is walking around there, and they can have bent them, or machines from back in the days or something. But that is definitely man-made. I have no idea what this is, either of them. These two pieces were found in, I think I found these in my backyard. I might have found them on that field as well. My only guess on these, because I think these are two parts of one and something is missing. My only guess would be something like a, not a bullet, I don't remember what they're called. Brass part, but this is not brass as far as I know. And this looks like it's the bottom of something, but the top really looks like it could be from a bullet. I don't know. That's only a guess. I have no idea what it is. The same for this. This really looks weird to me. I really don't have any idea. See if we can get some focus on it. Might be tin or something. Maybe. But I have that sticking out. But it is some sort of metal. I keep the focus there because I have more small things. This is just a lump of something. I have no idea what it is at all. And I have more lumps of metal. But we have this one found on that field as well. What it is, I have no idea. Yeah, well, of course I have no idea. All of these things I have no idea about. But some of them I do have guesses for, but this is definitely one of those I don't have any guess for. And I probably never will get anything learned about them. Here's just another lump of something. This is from my backyard, by the way. I found this out there. I found a couple of cans out there, but it doesn't really. It is fairly light, so I don't know what it is. And we have some more smaller pieces of metal here. Sorry about all of this dirty hands. Just lumps of different things. This one, this one, this one are just some sort of metal I found on that field. I have no idea what it is. And these, I think I found all of these in my backyard. But again, no idea. And this I found in my backyard too. I don't think it is a ring as such. It is a ring, it's round, but where was a good place there? First glance it could maybe look like silver. I have no idea, I'm not good with metals. But I actually, it's very light as well. I think it is aluminium, maybe, I don't know. I have asked a couple of people and none of them think it's silver, and I don't either. I think it is more likely to be something like aluminium or aluminum, but no idea. It also looked like there is a connection right there. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, that's a ring of something. This one threw me off a lot. The first thing I thought was a bullet, but I don't know much about guns or bullets, but usually I think they're made out of brass, and this is definitely not brass. I have no idea what this is. It's hollow there, but not here. I have no idea what this is. This is probably one of the things I am the least sure about what is. And the same with this one. I have a guess for this, but I don't know if it's a good guess. Unfortunately, I hit it with my shovel on the way down. Can't do anything about that. My guess is, because it seems like there might have been something there and there, and it is pretty much flat underneath. I guess could be, it's not gonna work for this one, but maybe a bigger version of a lead soldier or tin soldier could have used this as a foot or something like that. And that's just a guess, but I have no idea. All in all, it's just a piece of metal for me, but I would like to know what it might have been. And this one I have a guess for as well. Found this in my backyard. It could be, I don't know what they're called, but if you are making an axe or put a axe head on a new handle, and you take some piece of metal and hammer that in between. It could be that, but I'm not sure. And here's another piece. Not even, I don't even have a guess for what type of metal this is. It's very weird. And it still have a lot of dirt on it. Most of these things have. But don't wanna risk to damage anything. Unless I know it's just junk. Here's another thing. It's quite thin there. Could be from an old nail, but I don't think it is. It is quite thin. It's a flat thing. I don't think they made nails like that. So no idea. Much of this is probably just rust. This has some sort of screw or nail attached there, and it's broken off here, but what it's broken off I don't know. But any guess is as good as mine, because I have no guess for that. Now, a couple of things that I pretty much just think is nails. This one I'm very much not sure about because it's flat up here. It could still be a nail where the head on it have been flattened, but I'm not sure about that. Could be something else as well. This I don't think is a nail because look how thin it is. It probably have been thicker than this at some point, and I'm not gonna bend it more than it already is because it's easy to bend. But I think that this bend is supposed to be there, but I'm not sure what it is. These are just some pieces of metal that most likely is nails, but I'm not sure. Are there more that just could be nails? I guess this one and this one could. Yeah. I don't think about this one because it's very flat. But it still could be an old nail that have seen very much better days, but I'm not sure about it. Pretty much an L. And just a piece of metal. But for me, it just doesn't look like what could be a nail. But that's just me, of course. Then we have this one. And first I thought it was just a piece of scrap metal, but then I looked a little bit at it, and I don't know if you can see, there is something that could look like a pattern right there, of some sort, and a line right down through here. So this might be a piece of something. I don't know what it is, and there have been a ring through here. Half of it is still attached. But what threw me off is that pattern, those lines there, and there. That made me think it might be something, and not just scrap. And a few more pieces here. This is a screw attached to something. Not that old, I think. But maybe. And another piece I have no idea about. This is so rusty. Then we have a hook-like thing. I'll keep it in the focused part here. Most of these things are found on that field, but that's it. Again, some pieces of flat metal. Most of all of this is probably going to be from old machinery, used by farmers, but it's still fun to think, what is it? For me, anyway. And the last two pieces of what I don't know what is. This thing. And another more or less flat piece. That's all the things that I don't know what is. Any guess would be nice, but I keep asking people that might know, that I might have an idea, and at some point I probably don't want to keep them anymore, even if I haven't found out what it is. And I don't know how much light is down here, but let's see what we can do. We have a bucket of scrap. Old cans, lots of nails, other pieces of scrap metal, even a giant toothpick. That was actually a big piece. I think I found this one about 30 or 35 centimeters down in the ground, laying like this. Had no idea what it was. It took me a while to get it out. I also found, I just took this out to not because it's anything, but to show how small things it can, the cheap metal detector I have could find. This was about 15 centimeters down. That's pretty small. So for a cheap one, I think that's fine. The metal detector I have used is just a cheap metal detector that costed me 800 DKK, which is around 100 British pound or 120 US dollars, so it's very cheap. I do have a Fisher F2 that are quite a bit more expensive, but that broke on me before I even got started, really, a couple of years back. And then here 14 days ago I just started thinking, hey, I want to do this. That didn't work, and at that time I didn't know where I could get it fixed and stuff. I have found a place. I haven't contacted them yet, but I will soon. So I just went out and bought this cheap one, and I thought it would be broken by now, and I had no idea I would find so many scrap things and small pieces like this. I even found smaller things than this. So for the price, I'm impressed, but of course that's the only one I have really used. But anyway, these are all the things I have found. Please give a guess on that pile. I really would like to know what those things are. Anyway, that's all for this first video. Thanks for watching.